Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Iola-Scandinavia, Wisconsin. Well, Iola, Wisconsin, and welcome to Iola-Scandinavia High School for tonight's volleyball matchup. Out of the CWC, it's the Iola-Scandinavia Thunderbirds taking on out of the Merriwood Conference, the Auburndale Eagles. It should be a good one tonight. Iola-Scandinavia coming in at 11-2 on the year, while Auburndale coming in at 7-2 on the year. We'll get you the starting lineup soon. We just want to talk about the head coaches. The Iola-Scandinavia Thunderbirds are coached by Houston Kazuski, and the Auburndale Eagles are coached by Kate Schmutzer. And athletic training services at Iola-Scandinavia are provided by Ascension Medical and by Aaron Bestuhl. Auburndale currently in their warm-ups right now. We'll be getting to the national anthem, and as soon as the starting lineups are announced, I will get those to you. Auburndale has Auburndale set to Can they hear me? Am I unmuted? Yep. Or? Okay. You're good. No, you're good to go. Okay. All right. That was just finished with the national anthem here in Iola, and we'll be getting ready to tell you the starting lineups, and we will start with the visiting Auburndale Eagles. That'll just be a second. I'm Jack Weber tonight calling, and Trevor Zaleski is my producer. Should have a good game tonight. Both teams coming in with very good records. Josephine Ertl, she's a senior. Reagan Lau, number 2, she is a junior. Grace Krings, she is a senior, number 3. Number 4, Brianna Weiler. Number 9, Ashlyn Grimm. Number 12, Dakota Specht. Number 18, Maggie Baltes. So Ertl, Lau, Krings, Weiler, Grimm, Specht, and Baltes. And now here are the Thunderbirds. No, number 4, Lakota Marcotte, a sophomore. Number 5, Kylie Anderson. Nope, sorry. Sorry, number 10, Jalen Siverston. Number 4, Ellie Charles. We're just going to wait. Starting lineup is Charles, Tesson, Much, Foos, Siverston, Bonikowski, and Barons for the Thunderbirds. Sorry, I apologize. I was looking at the JV roster for Auburndale. Forgot that we had 2 separate teams there for a second. And it looks like we are about ready to start here tonight. Looks like Auburndale will start serving, and number 4, Brianna Weiler will serve for the Eagles as we get ready to start this non-conference matchup between Auburndale and Iola-Scandinavia. Little delay here as so we have a little change. Krings comes out, Baltus comes in, the libero. As Weiler is set, and we are underway as that is bumped by Syverston, tapped up to Tessin, and a early point for the Thunderbirds. It's 1-0 Iola-Scandinavia. Or, I'm going to take that back. The point goes to Auburndale. The ref originally signaled the other way. Here's Weiler for her second serve. Syverston. Back up to Much, and a nice spike from Much, and the Thunderbirds even it up at a point apiece, 1-1. As Malia Tessin will serve for the Thunderbirds. She is a senior. As Tessin ready. So there's Baltus. It up. And that's Erdl, and the ball's tipped, and a nice cleanup by Fuse. And that is up, and a beautiful spike from Specht, and that lands in, and there's 2-1 Auburndale. And we don't have the greatest vantage point from up here. As Maggie Baltus now serving for the Eagles. And that is spiked, and a line drive, and that was a great spike from number 10, Syverston. That was right off the hands of Reagan Lau, and it was a tough play. Tied at 2 as Syverston now serving. Back, that's Lau. There is cleaned up by Krings. Back up top to Tessin, and a spike, and it's blocked. That was Much. There's Tessin again, and that is going to be long and out of bounds from Ellie Charles. And it's 3-2 Auburndale. And it looks like we have a substitution. Number 7, Sydney Wolf will come in for number 2, Reagan Lau for Auburndale. As number 9, Ashlyn Grimm will serve for the Eagles. As here's Grimm, and that is going to be long and out of bounds and a side out. And it is 3-3. And that'll now be Madeline Much to serve for the Thunderbirds. 3-3 in the early goings. Here's Much. There is Krings up top, and a nice spike from Josephine Erdl. And the Eagles hop back on top. It's 4-3 Auburndale. As we have a substitution for the Thunderbirds. Number 2, Marin Hoyard will come in for number 6, Madeline Much. And that is right into the net, Josephine Erdl. And we're even at 4. As now serving for the Thunderbirds will be number 11, Julia Munoz. And she serves it right into the net. So back-to-back serves right into the net, and it is 5-4 Auburndale. As Grace Krings will now serve for the Eagles. As Krings serves it, and that is hit by Syverston. And set back up, and there is Fuse. And that is, wow. And that is Mackenzie Bonakowski, and that's blocked. And it looks like that's going to be too many hits for the Thunderbirds, and it's going to be 6-4 Auburndale. Krings now serving a substitution as Munoz comes out and Ellie Charles is back in. That's hit up by Hoyard. And there is Syverston. And there is Fuse. And a point for the Thunderbirds, and it's 6-5. As Fuse will come out, and that'll bring Zoe Wanserski in, and she will serve for the Thunderbirds. Sersky to the back row. There is Grimm, and Brianna Weiler tried to go up for a spike, and she was blocked, and that'll even the score at 6-piece. Thunderbirds were all over that attempt from Weiler. And a line drive serve. And wow, a nice play from number 13, Mackenzie Bonikowski. A little soft spike there, and she caught the Eagles off guard, and the Thunderbirds have the lead at 7-6. Here goes Weiler, and Weiler, she's blocked again. There's a combination of Tessin and Bonikowski, and it is 8-6 Iola-Scandinavia. Wanserski, and that's going to land in. That's going to be an ace. Auburndale was confident that was going to go out of bounds as Josephine Ertl just let it land right in front of the line, and it's 9-6 Iola. Wanserski again, and Ertl sets it over the net, and a nice diving attempt as there's Baltus, and she's able to get it over the net with a bump. As this is setting it up for Syverston, and what a spike from Syverston. And Iola has found a groove right now. 10-6 Thunderbirds leading the Eagles here in the first set. What a spike from Syverston, and we're going to have a timeout from Auburndale. We'll do the same. You're watching volleyball here on Zaleski Sports.
Scotty's Pizza and Chicken of Marshfield has been voted Best Pizza in Marshfield 12 years in a row. With popular choices like broccoli bacon cheese, drunken chicken, or any of the 25 specialty pizzas, Scotty's is ready to earn your vote now at 715-384-8118. Choose Scotty's for pizza, chicken, subs, sandwiches, and more. Carry out, dine-in, and delivery. Scotty's Pizza and Chicken, 715-384-8118.
And we're back, 10-6 Iola leading Auburndale here in the early goings. It's been a nice little run here for the Thunderbirds, leading the Eagles by 4. And Sersky has had a good little run of serves, and there's Baltus setting it up for Grimm, and there is Specht. Back up top to Syverston, and Baltus, wow, that ball is tipped to the net. Baltus tried to get it, and it was out of her reach. And another powerful spike from Syverston. It's 11-6 Thunderbirds. Wanserski again. On drive, there's Ertl. Back up top to Grimm. Setting it up for Specht. And that was blocked at the net. And, boy, you got to respect the effort from number 5, Malia Tessin. But that was a tough play, and it is 11-7 as the Eagles snap the streak of points for the Thunderbirds, as Fuse will come back in for Wanserski, and the Eagles will serve coming up. As a substitution also for the Eagles, Reagan Lau comes in for Sydney Wolf, number 7, as Lau, number 2, will now serve for the Eagles. Here's Lau. Hoyard back up top to Tessin, and there is a nice hit from number 13, Mackenzie Bonikowski, a nice spike. And it's 12-7 Thunderbirds. And the lead is back to 5 as we have a substitution. Number 2, Marin Hoyard comes out for number 6, Madeline Much. As now number 17, Brooklyn Barons will serve. There's Ertl, Grimm up top for Lau. And a nice diving dig from Barons. And there's Tessin, Ertl, Grimm. There's Fuse. Sets it up, and a nice spike from number 6, Madeline Much. And it is a 6-point lead for the Thunderbirds, 13-7 here in the first set. Iola's team chemistry has worked very well. They've had good communication so far. Here's Barron's serving, and there's Baltus. Up top to Grimm, setting it up, and wow, what a spike, and that was a nice spike from number 4, Brianna Weiler, and the Eagles pick up a point. It's 13-8. That was a missile to Jalen Syverston. And that is another nice spike from Madeline Much. Sorry, I got a little confused there, but it is 14-8 in favor of Iola. As now number 5, Malia Tesson will serve. Here's Tesson, Baltus, Grimm, and there is Ertl, and they didn't get, and Auburndale had a little trouble there, and they don't get off. They don't get it over the net and enough hits, and it's 15-8. There's Malia Tesson for her second straight serve. It's Tesson, a line drive. There's Weiler, and I'm not sure if that's exactly what number 9, Ashley Grimm, was going for, but it does work. 15-9, Iola, and here is Baltus. There's a setup for number 6, Madeline Much, and there's Baltus back up to Grimm. And a nice play and a nice spike from Ertl, and that is going to be a point for the Eagles, and it's 15-10. That was a good spike from number 1, Josephine Ertl, as Baltus set to serve it again. As there's Barons. As Tesson sets it up, and Syverston serves it in, spikes it into the net, and it's 15-11. 2 straight points for the Eagles. Cut that deficit a bit. Actually, I should say 3 straight points. Here's Maggie Baltus. There's Barons setting it up for Tesson, and boy, Tesson with a set that caught the Eagles off guard. That was out of the reach of number 2, Reagan Lau. She tried to lay out for that, and it is 16-11 Thunderbirds. As number 10, Jalen Syverston. Here's Ashlyn Grimm setting it up, and Ertl is blocked. That was a combination of Much and I believe Malia Tesson. It was a huge defensive effort there, and Maggie Baltus just could not handle the ricochet, as there is a serve, and Grimm sets it up. Baltus back to Grimm, and a little soft set, and that's going to be 4 hits. Would have been a very impressive play if number 7, Lily Fuse, could get that ball over the net on that final hit, but it just fell short. And now number 9, Ashlyn Grimm, will serve for the Eagles, with Iola leading 17-12. Setting it up to Tesson, and that was Madeline Much. And now back to Ertl, and I believe that was yes, that is a point for Auburndale. It was a good spike from Ertl. I apologize, sometimes the whistles are a little misleading. Here's Ashlyn Grimm, and that's going to go wild, and that's going to be out of the reach of number 6, Madeline Much. So back-to-back points for Grimm while serving, and the lead is now 3 for the Thunderbirds. Grimm serving again. And a line drive right into the net. And that'll be a side out, and it's 18-14 Thunderbirds. As number 6, Madeline Much, will serve, as Brooklyn Barons comes out for number 13, Mackenzie Bonikowski. As there is Much. Baltus setting it back up to Ertl, and a nice diving stop. There's Syverston, and that is Lily Fuse, and a point for the Thunderbirds. Here is Madeline Much. Much, and that was a line drive serve that Grace Krings was not ready for. She tried to set it, and it just went off her hands. And another point for the Thunderbirds. And there's another timeout from Auburndale, and we'll do the same. We'll be back in 30 seconds. You're watching volleyball here on Zaleski Sports.
At Express Employment Professionals, we place people from all walks of life in all kinds of jobs.
Hi, welcome to Express. Please sign in and have a seat.
Great, thanks. Great, thanks. Great, thanks. Great, thanks.
We're back. 2014 Auburndale leading 2014 Iola, I'm sorry. 2014 Iola leading Auburndale. See, broadcasters make mistakes all the time. Is Madeline Much now serving again. And there's Baltus setting it up for Grimm. And now we'll send it back to Krings, and Krings makes a nice spike, but there is a spike by Syverston, and that is going to sail long and out of bounds. And it is 20-15 Thunderbirds, and that will set up Josephine Ertl, number 1, serving for the Eagles. Here's Ertl, and that is off the hands of Fuse, and Fuse able to clean it up again, and Bonikowski, while she was blocked, it was able to go over the net. A good spike from Bonikowski, and it's 21-15, and we'll have a substitution as number 4, Ellie Charles, comes out for number 11, Julia Munoz. And Munoz now serving for the Thunderbirds. Munoz, and a nice dig from Weiler. And there's Krings again, and a nice save by Grimm. As that is Ertl. Back to Grimm. There's Weiler off the top of the net. Munoz, Tessin, Fuse, and there's Grimm. And Grimm is blocked off her foot by Bonikowski. There's Baltus, and Grimm sets it up for Wolf, and she's blocked. There's Baltus again, bumping it, and another bump by Weiler. There's Hoyard. And Bonikowski with another spike. Wow, what a rally that was. That went off the foot of Ashlyn Grimm, was able to go over the net. 22-15, Iola, as Munoz will serve again. Here's Munoz, Baltus, Grimm, and that's over the net. There's Tessin setting it up to Fuse, and that is out of the reach of Ertl. Sorry. And it's 23-15 in favor of Iola. There's Munoz, there's Ertl, Grimm sets it up to Weiler, and that's long and out of bounds. And it is a set, and it is a game point for the Thunderbirds here in the first set. There's Munoz, Ertl, Grimm sets it up to Wolf, and that is going to be out of the reach of Munoz. I believe it was hit by Tessin. It was tipped by Tessin, and it is 24-16 as number 3, Grace Krings, will serve, as it is still game point for the Thunderbirds. Here's Krings. Krings, that's Hoyard. Tessin sets it up for Fuse, and it's still live as Ertl able to save it. There's Fuse again. Could she clean it up? Yes, she can. It was just out of the reach of number 4, Brianna Weiler. And the Thunderbirds take the game's first set, 25-16. And we're going to take a quick break. You're watching volleyball here on Zaleski Sports. Nice price.
For over 50 years, the Dental Clinic of Marshfield has served the area with the talent and expertise of big city dentistry with a hometown feel. With our multi-specialty staff and board-certified periodontist, orthodontist, and pediatric dentist, Dental Clinic of Marshfield has solutions for our patients of all ages from 1 to 100. We take pride in being in-network with an array of insurance companies to meet the needs of our community and our patients. No matter what your dental need, the Dental Clinic of Marshfield will be there for you.
If you lose direction, you can grab my hand. I'll be the one behind you to say no, one-man band. Just follow your dreams and keep your promises.
We're all different, but we all want great health insurance. See why we're rated #1 in service, coverage, and affordability in central Wisconsin.
I really got to understand what what a nurse is. Do they focus on you? You know, do they make sure that you're comfortable? And you know, that's what Shai has. It's the connection that he has. You know, my best interest in mind always.
Why wait another day? Let's take the next step together towards a better life.
And we're back here in Iola with the Thunderbirds taking the first set over Auburndale 25-16. Just want to take a second to talk about our friends at Fleet Farm. At Fleet Farm, you need fall cleanup supplies? Get it all at Fleet Farm. Check out their deals on mowers, carts, power equipment, grass seed, and more. Get everything you need in one stop. Get it all at Fleet Farm. Also want to talk about Stone Innovations. Get your next countertop, island, or stone wall from Stone Innovations. They specialize in the fabrication, design, and installation of such a great variety of stone products. For residential, commercial, or public structures, look to Stone Innovations at stoneinnovations.net. Again, that is stoneinnovations.net. There's just about 40 seconds left here before we are about ready to start the second set, with Iola leading Auburndale 1-0. Iola looked very impressive. There were a couple of very good rallies in that last set between Auburndale and Iola. There was one where it went off the foot of number 9 Ashlyn Grimm on Auburndale, and it just really, you kind of felt bad for whoever lost that set, because it's just about everything that could have happened when going back and forth happened in that rally. It was a crazy back and forth. So as we take a look at the Auburndale, there is one change. We will see number 22, Kimberly Lundgren, in now for her first appearance of the match, as Specht, Grimm, and Erdola in the front, with Weiler, Lundgren, and Baltus in the back. As number 5, Malia Tessin, will now serve for the Thunderbirds, as we are about ready to start the second match, as there's Lundgren setting it up for Grimm. Back to Erdl, and that was blocked by the Thunderbirds. There's Grimm again setting up for Specht, and that was tipped actually at the line by the Thunderbirds, and it is 1-0 Auburndale to start the second set. So Maggie Baltus, the libero, will now serve for Auburndale. There's Baltus, and that is going to be wide and out of bounds. And it is 1-1 as number 10, Jalen Syvertson will now serve for Iola. As there's Lundgren, Baltus setting it up, and Weiler able to get it over the net. There's Behrens setting it up for Tessin, setting it up for Fuse, and there's Syvertson, Weiler, a bump from Lundgren, and a bump from Grimm, and that's going to go out of bounds. And it is 2-1 Iola. Syvertson. Lundgren. Grimm. Back to Erdl, and that was a good spike from Erdl. And Erdl sets it back up to Ertl bumping it, and boy, that was close. And that is, they're going to say that hit the line, and it is 2-2 as the Eagles even the score. Number 9, Ashlyn Grimm will now serve for Auburndale. There's Grimm, and that is off the, as that was a good dig attempt for number 17, Brooklyn Barons. But the Eagles get a point, and it is 3-2. There's Tesson, and she can't handle it. Back-to-back points from Grimm, and we have a substitution as number 7, Lillian Fuse will come out, and number 3, Josie Wenserski will come in for Iola as Grimm getting ready for her third serve in a row. Is Grimm. Barons kind of had an awkward hit. There's Tesson. Barons has to get it over the net, and that's hits the line. Wow. Perfect placement from Brooklyn Barons as she will come out, and Michaela Bonikowski will come in. What a spike from Brooklyn Barons, the freshman. As Fuse will come in, and Wenserski will come out. As number 6, Madeline Much will serve for the Thunderbirds, as there's Baltus, and there is Sydney Wolf, I believe. There's Grimm setting it up for Krings, and that was a great spike from Grace Krings, number 3, as Marin Hoyard will come in for Madeline Much, who just served, as Josephine Ertl is Fuse. Tesson. So there is Weiler. There's Tesson setting it up for Syverston, and that is Ertl. There's Hoyard, high bump. There is Baltus. And there's Weiler, and she's blocked by number 4, Ellie Charles. And as I say her name, Ellie Charles will come out. Julia Munoz, number 11, will come in for the Thunderbirds. Number 11, Munoz, coming in for number 4, Charles. There's Munoz. Baltus. And that was served into the net. Bumped into the net by Baltus. And this is an even match. It is 5-5. Even set, I should say. Here's Munoz serving again. Munoz off of. And that was tipped by Bonikowski. That was Brianna Weiler, who had back-to-back spikes. As we'll have a substitution, as Ellie Charles will come back in for Julia Munoz. And Grace Krings will now serve for Auburndale, with the Eagles leading 6-5 early here in the second set. Here's Krings, Hoyard, Tesson, Bonikowski. She's blocked. Bonikowski gets it back, and that is tipped over by Brianna Weiler. Bonikowski was trying to set that up to number 5, Malia Tesson, but Brianna Weiler got there first, as Maggie Baltus will come in for number 3, Grace Krings. And a substitution for the Eagles, and Auburndale leads 7-5. Oh no, I'm sorry, that was an Iola point. Apologize. I thought that was a clean hit, but obvious. As Zoe Wenserski. There's Baltus bumping it up to Weiler. There's Wenserski. A set from Tesson to Syverston, and they have to get it over, and there's Weiler bumping it over the net. Tesson setting it up to Bonikowski, and that's not going to be enough to get it over the net for Iola, and that's a point for Auburndale. 7-6 Eagles, and we have a substitution. Lundgren coming in for number 7, Sydney Wolf. And Kimberly Lundgren will serve for Auburndale. Here is Lundgren. Hoyard, Bonikowski, back to Hoyard, and she spikes it right into the net. And it is 8-6 Eagles. And now we have another substitution for Iola. Lillian Fuse coming in for number 3, Zoe Wanserski. Fuse for Wanserski. As Lundgren will serve with the Eagles up by 2 in the second set. Lundgren, Fuse, Tesson sets it up to Syversten, and Syversten was able to get just enough power on that spike, and it was out of the reach of Kimberly Lundgren, and it is 8-7 as number 6, Madeline Much comes in, and Brooklyn Behrens comes in. Behrens serving it. Ertl, Smith, Ashlyn Grimm, sorry. And what a spike from Syversten as Baltus just basically let it go right through her legs. And it is a tie game at 8, and Behrens will serve again. It's Brooklyn Behrens. Line drive served to Lundgren. There's Grimm. And a nice cleanup by Dakota Specht. There's Tesson. Ended it up, and a diving dig from Grimm. Set it back up to Weiler. There's Barron, and that was knocked over the net by Malia Tesson, number 5, and the Thunderbirds regain the lead. It is 9-8 Iola. Brooklyn Behrens, number 17, as Baltus will reach out. Lundgren, another bump, and Graham able to clean it up. And it was a low hit, and it was out of the control of number 17 Brooklyn Behrens, and the game is even at 9 apiece. As number 4 Brianna Weiler will serve for the Eagles. As Weiler, Fuse, Tesson, Weiler again, setting it back up to Ertl. Oh, and there's a nice save by Fuse. And there's Grimm setting it up, and that is going to be out of bounds from Dakota Specht. Too much on that. And it is 10-9 Thunderbirds. As number 5, Malia Tesson, now serving for Iola. Tesson serves it to Baltus. There's Grimm, and a nice play by Ashlyn Grimm to even things at 10, and a substitution. Number 12, Dakota Specht will come out. Number 3, Grace Krings will come in for Auburndale. Maggie Baltus serving for the Eagles. Baltus serves it to Behrens. Tesson sets it up, and there is a spike that is returned, and there's Fuse setting it up to, and Syverson sets it to Baltus. Grimm, and there is Ertl, and there's Behrens bumping it to Tesson, and number 6, Madeline Much, could not get that over the net, and Auburndale gets a point. It's 11-10 Eagles. Maggie Baltus. There's Syverson. And Tesson. Syverson hits it again. There's Lundgren. And Grimm, I think that was tipped. And that's going to be out of bounds. As Josephine Ertl did all she could on that play. And we are even at 11 as Jalen Syverson serving now for Iola. Syverson, Lundgren, Grimm setting it up for Krings, and a nice play by Fuse Tesson, and Much, and I think that was some miscommunication between Much and Behrens. It was kind of a bump/spike motion between both of them. We have a substitution, Lundgren coming out, Sydney Wolf coming back in for Auburndale, as number 9, Ashlyn Grimm serving for Auburndale, with the Eagles leading 12-11. And that is going to be long and out of bounds. Good call by Fuse and Behrens to let that one go, and we are even at 12 as Behrens comes out, Bonikowski comes in. Madeline Much now serving. Much, Weiler and Baltus combined. Grimm, there's Ertl, and That was blocked. Baltus and Grimm gets it, and Krings, just the slightest spike, the soft spike, and Auburndale gets the point, and they lead 13-12 as Marin Hoyard comes in for Madeline Much. It's Josephine Ertl now serving, the senior, for Auburndale, with the Eagles leading 13-12 here in the second set. And that is off the hands of Lillian Fuse, number 7. Good serve from Ertl, and it's 14-12 Eagles. Nice catch by a fan. Ertl serves it. There's Fuse. Tessen up to Charles, and that hit the net, and it's 15-12 Auburndale. That was about a few inches taller. It probably would have been blocked anyways, but a different scenario in that situation. Josephine Ertl. There's Syverson. Tessen sets it up to Bonikowski, and she spikes it into the net, and Iola is going to take their first time out of the match, and we'll do the same. We'll be back in 30 seconds. You're watching volleyball here on Zaleski Sports.
First things first with Mid-State Technical College. Dual credit programs earn you college credit in high school. Then choose a path that suits you. Use your skills to start your career or transfer to a university to continue your degree. Choose a new career. Transition easily and quickly by upgrading your skills. Or continue your education with dozens of classes to get you on your path. No matter your stage of the game, your first move is Mid-State Technical College.
Stone Innovations, home of Wisconsin's largest granite and quartz selection, is now featuring the best stones shopping experience in the state. Our brand new indoor facility allows for a home-like, comfortable atmosphere. Choose from hand-picked stone from around the world and select the perfect look for your dream kitchen in the best lighting possible. Then sit down with our free design services to customize the look of your kitchen. Our projects come with a lifetime warranty. Stone Innovations, Wisconsin's granite and quartz leader. Appleton, Rhinelander, Clover, Madison.
And we're back as Ertl, Tessen, Fuse, a little soft set, and there's Baltus setting it up and bumping it up to Weiler, and Weiler spikes it out of bounds, and it is 16-13. As Munoz coming in for Charles, and she will serve for the Thunderbirds. Auburndale has looked much better here in the second set. Munoz sets it, serves it to Ertl, and Ertl's bump was a little low and wide, and it was out of the reach of Ashlyn Grimm, and it is 16-14 Auburndale lead now. Here's Julia Munoz. Baltus, Grimm, Weiler, nice spike, nice save by Syverson, and Fuse, and what a way for the Thunderbirds to get that over the net. There's Sydney Wolf, and wow, that was a missile right at Malia Tessen, and she could not get a hit off. And it is 17-14 Auburndale. And a substitution. Hoyard comes out. Much was supposed to come in, but Brooklyn Barons comes in now, as Grace Krings will now serve for the Eagles. There's Krings. Fuse. Tessen sets it up for Fuse, and that hit the net. Yeah, Wolf was waiting. I think that she was waiting to see if it was going to hit the net or not, and by the time she realized it was too late, as Krings comes out and Baltus comes back in. And Charles will serve as Fuse comes out for Iola. As Wansurski serving now, and she picks up a point, and the Auburndale lead is now just one. Wansurski, number 3, serving. Wansurski, Ertl bumps it to Grimm, and a soft but effective spike from number 12, Dakota Specht. And it is 18-16 Auburndale. As Sydney Wolf, looks like she's coming out for Kimberly Lundgren, number 22, and it looks like she is. And it is Lundgren's serve for the Eagles, number 22. 18-16 Auburndale here in the second set. Lundgren. Fuse. Tessin. There's Lundgren again. Grimm bumping it up to Weiler, and Weiler spikes it right into the net. And it's 18-17. The cheer of the Iola fans. There's a net there. As Brooklyn Barons, number 17, now serving. There's Barons. And a nice dig from Baltus, and Ertl tried to spike. Tried the power spike move on that one. It did not turn out. And we're even at 18 here in the second set, and Barons will prepare to serve again. Barons has looked very impressive for being a freshman. Brooklyn Barons. Lundgren. Grimm, and what awkward set over the net by Ashlyn Grimm. And Syversten. And don't know, I'm not sure really quite what the call was on that. It was pretty close. Could go. And that is going to be Auburndale's point. Originally looked like the ref was signaling it was going to be Iola's point, as Brianna Weiler now serving. Syversten. Tessin bumps it up, and that's Madeline Much spiking it. Barons. Tessin. There's Weiler. Grimm setting it up to Ertl, and there's a... And what a play by Dakota Speck. She was able to get there right after Lillian Fuse spiked that over the net. And it is 20-18 Auburndale. Every run that the Thunderbirds have had here in the second set, Auburndale has responded. Here's Weiler to Syversten. Tessin setting it back up to Syversten, and she is spiked. She's blocked. There's Tessin. Barons with a bump up. And Syversten going to try the spike again, and she's blocked, and that was Dakota Specht. Back-to-back, and we got another, and Iola is going to take a timeout, and we will also do the same. You're watching high school volleyball here on Zaleski Sports.
When buying or selling land, the biggest decision you make is choosing your representation. Whitetail Properties is the top real estate company for selling hunting land, recreational properties, and farms. Our nationwide network of sportsmen, farmers, and investors offers a great opportunity for you to capitalize on the true market value of your property. In central Wisconsin, Brian Roosh is your local land specialist and is ready to help you get started on all of your property needs.
And we are back. Just want to tell you about Carrie Van Eert. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. And like a good neighbor, Carrie Van Eert State Farm is there for you in Wisconsin Rapids. Get a free quote from Carrie Van Eert State Farm on auto, homeowners, renters, business, life, short-term income protection, long-term income protection, as well as banking products, as there is another point for Auburndale, 22-18. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. And like a good neighbor, Carrie Van Eert State Farm is there for you in Wisconsin Rapids. Find Carrie Van Eert State Farm on Facebook to get started. Apologize, I didn't think that ad was going to take that long. There's Brianna Weiler. Glenn Barons, Tessin setting it up for Madeline Much, and a nice spike there by Much. There's Grimm. Back to Ertl, and I think that was... No, that was not tipped. It looked like it was tipped at the line, but it will be an Iola point. As Malia Tessin will now serve for the Thunderbirds. And it looks like Ertl is indeed saying that ball was not tipped. Malia Tessin. Weiler, Grimm, back to Ertl, and there's Barons, Syversten, and Charles able to get that over the net. There's Baltus, Grimm, bumping it up for Ertl off the hands of Fuse. There's Syversten, and a set from Much, a set from Grimm, and wow, what a smart play by Ashlyn Grimm. Didn't have a lot of power on it, but it did the job, and it's 23-19 in favor of the Eagles. Here's Maggie Baltus. And Barons. And that's going to go right into the net. And it is a game point for the Eagles here in the second set. Baltus trying to even this match. There's Barons. Tessin setting it up for Syversten. And what a spike from Syversten. And the Eagles stay alive for another point. The Thunderbirds stay alive for another point. and it's 24-20. And Syverson will now serve for the Thunderbirds. Syverson, Weiler, Grimm, and there's Krings, and that is going to do it for the second set as the Eagles respond, and they take it 25-20, and this is all even at a set apiece. And we're going to take a quick break. You're watching high school volleyball on Zaleski Sports.
At Bauer & Fine Business Technologies in Marshfield, our company has been serving Central Wisconsin since 1955. We're still locally owned and believe strongly in supporting the communities that support us. If you're a current customer, thank you. If you're not a current customer, we'd love to work with you. Let's talk about copiers, printers, postage meters, and network services. Give us a call today at 800-288-2712 or visit our website at b-bt.com. Bauer & Fine Business Technologies. Better business together.
Central Wisconsin Glass is Central Wisconsin's choice for your next new or remodeled shower and bathroom. The experts at Central Wisconsin Glass will effortlessly guide you through the design and installation process. Have the elegant and modern shower and bathroom you've been looking for. Call Central Wisconsin Glass at 715-387-8010. That's 715-387-8010. And Central Wisconsin Glass on Facebook for your residential, commercial, and vehicle glass needs.
I had an employee at once ask me to prioritize family, faith, and business, and I put them in that order in particular. For each one of our employees, it's family first. You do what is best for you and your family. Then the rest of it will take care of itself. It's about making sure you make the best decisions for you and your family.
And we are back before the start of the third set. Just want to tell you about Heartland Farms. Heartland Farms is a fifth-generation potato and vegetable farm producing many varieties of chipping potatoes and currently farming 27,000 irrigated acres and growing. They are currently the cream of the crop in the potato farming business. Learn more at heartlandfarm.com. Again, that's heartland.farm. I apologize. That was a period in the ad. Sorry. I do apologize for that. A lot of sports coming up this weekend. We got football Friday night tomorrow. I will not be doing play-by-play, but I will be in Wrightstown tomorrow with Steve Maves for Wrightstown and Wapaka. The Comets taking on the Tigers. And I will be in Auburndale, unless something changes. I will be in Auburndale for the Auburndale Volleyball Invite this weekend. Should be a fun time to watch some good girls high school volleyball. But first, we are going to see the outcome of this match between Iola-Scandinavia and Auburndale. In case you're just joining us, the Thunderbirds took the first set 25-16, but then the Eagles responded, taking the second set 25-20. Even at a set apiece as we get ready for the third set here in Iola. Looks like Brianna Weiler will serve for the Eagles. Someday I'll make sure I'll get the mascots right. I don't know why. They've really got nothing in common. Thunderbirds, that is a great, great mascot. Brooklyn Barons coming in for Bonikowski as Brianna Weiler is all set, and we are ready to start this third set as Weiler serves it. Barons bumps it up, and Ertl, and that is out of the reach of Brooklyn Barons. At a good dig attempt from Barons, but it was just out of her reach, and the Eagles strike first here in the third set. 1-0 Auburndale. Brianna Weiler. There's Barons with a bump up to Tesson. And Tesson setting it up for Syverson, and what a great spike from Jalen Syverson. Now that doesn't demonstrate senior experience. I don't know what does. She's had a couple of great spikes tonight as Malia Tesson preparing to serve it. Here's Tesson. As there is Ertl, Barons, and that was Dakota Specht, who was able to get that soft set over the net, and it is 2-1 Eagles. As Maggie Baltus now serving for Auburndale. 2-1. And that was a low serve from Baltus, and Syverston bumped it out of the reach of Madeline Much, and it is 3-1 Auburndale. Here's Baltus again. Baltus to Fuse. There's Charles back up top to Grimm. And there's Kring, and that was tipped by Much at the net, but it goes out of bounds, and it is 4-1 Auburndale. Here's Baltus again. Baltus line drive right into the net, and Iola catches a break there, and it's 4-2. There's Jalen Syverston. Syvertston, I believe is actually how he's it. Weiler to Grimm, and Weiler again is able to bump it over the net. Syvertston. Here's Grimm and a spike, and that went right into the net, and it is 4-3. Syvertston serving again, and that is going to be long. Had a lot of power on it, but it is 5-3 as Kimberly Lundgren comes out for the Eagles as Sydney Wolf comes in, and number 9 Ashlyn Grimm serving. Grimm, Syvertston lets it go out of bounds, and a wise decision. It's 5-4. As this will bring in Madeline Much to serve. Much, Balston. There is Ertl, and nice save by Tessin. And there's Bonikowski, and kind of had an awkward angle on that. It was a tough ball to spike. And Behrens will come in, and Much will come out. And it's 6-4 Auburndale early here in the third set. There's Ertl, Syvertson. There is Fuse, and she's blocked, but Wolf and Krings were there, and they had a little trouble cleaning that ball up, and it is 6-5. Here's Julia Munoz. Ertl, back top to Weiler, and she's blocked by Bonikowski. And there is Tessin, and wow, what a set from Malia Tessin. She set that ball where nobody was for Auburndale, and we're even at 6. Here's Julia Munoz. There is Ertl, Grimm, Weiler, and that was tipped by Bonikowski, and I think Tessin got a hand on that. But it does go over the net and out of the reach of the Thunderbirds, and it is 7-6 Auburndale. As Grace Krings now serving. Krings, Behrens with a bump, Munoz with another bump, and Tessin able to bump that one. 3 bumps on that possession. And there is Ertl, and she spikes it right into the net. Even at 7. Very evenly matched third set so far. Fuse comes out, and it looks like number 3, Zoe Wansurski, coming in. Surski, there is Grimm to Wolf, and that's going to be out of bounds. And Iola has the lead at 8-7. Whoa, line drive by Wansurski. And I believe that was Specht who tried to save that after it was off the hands of Grimm. She ends up knocking it out of bounds. And we're going to have a substitution. Ertl will come out, and number 2, Reagan Lau, who we have not seen for a little bit, will come back in. 9-7 Iola. Wansurski. There's Lau. Grimm sets it up, and Specht. That ball was Syvertson. Wow. Nice spot by Syvertson. And Baltus was nowhere to be found. And it's 10-7 Iola. As here is Weiler with a kind of a bump / spike. Syvertson, that ball was tipped. And Weiler, and that's going to be out of bounds. And there is going to be no contact called. Was close, but I do believe that is the right call. And it's 11-7. And that is going to go out of bounds by Wansurski at 11-7. It'll be 11-8, I apologize. 11-8, Iola leading Auburndale. Kimberly Lundgren serving for Auburndale with the Eagles trailing by 3. Lundgren. Behrens bumps it up. And that was Tesson and Syvertson. There's Baltus. Grimm sets it up. Spike from Specht, and that is going to be out of bounds. And it is 12-8, Iola. It'll be Brooklyn Behrens now serving. Here's Behrens. Behrens, line drive serve. Nice save from Grimm, but Baltus could not get there in time, and it's 13-8. And we're going to have a timeout from Auburndale, and we'll do the same. We'll be back in 30 seconds. You're watching high school volleyball on Zaleski Sports.
What Heartland Farms is a large potato and vegetable operation. Who Heartland Farms is a group of hardworking, dedicated people who have a common vision.
Heartland Farms is an accumulation of individuals who came from family farm backgrounds, grew up on family farms, and now have come together as one larger team to own and manage a much larger farm enterprise.
Welcome back. 13-8 Iola is our score here in the third set. The Thunderbirds have looked pretty good so far after a little bit of a rocky start here in the third set and after losing the second set to Auburndale. Brooklyn Behrens now still serving, I should say. Baltus, Grimm, Specht, and that is a nice spike from number 12, Dakota Specht. And the Eagles pick up a point, and it looks like Reagan Lau will come out and Josephine Ertl will come back in for the Eagles as Brianna Weiler now serving for Auburndale. Here's Weiler. Behrens bumps it up to Tesson. Tesson sets it, and a spike from Much, and that was blocked, but it's going to stay on the side of Auburndale, and a point for Iola, and it is 14-9, and we have a substitution. Julia Munoz comes out. Ellie Charles comes in for Iola. Here's number 5, Malia Tesson. Lundgren, Grimm, Specht, soft little spike / set, and that just hugs the line, and it's 14-10. So Maggie Baltus serving for Auburndale with the Eagles trailing by 4. 14-10 Iola here in the third set. Baltus, Fuse, and there is Much. Nice save and a dig from Grimm, and there is Ertl and Syvertson. There is Tesson, Much, and wow. Oh, I think that was still live. Baltus, there's Behrens, Tesson, Syvertson, Baltus again. There's Grimm, and there's Ertl, and that ball is tipped. And that is going to be a point for Auburndale. Either too many hits or reaching over the net. I'm not sure what it was, but it is 14-11 in favor of the Thunderbirds. Maggie Baltus serving again. Baltus to Behrens. Tesson. And Tesson, wow, set. And there is Grimm, and there is Kring setting it. Tesson, Syvertson. Wow. And there's Grimm, and wow. I mean, that was almost a one-handed bump set from Josephine Erdl to Ashlyn Grimm, and she was able to spike it over the net. 14-12. Baltus, Behrens, Krings. Wow, nice play by Grace Krings. And the lead is now just 1 for Iola. Iola's coach is not happy right now. Maggie Baltus, Brooklyn Behrens, Ellie Charles, Madeline Much, and Lundgren. And I believe that was hit on the end line. A violation, and it is 15-13. Here's Jalen Syvertson serving for the Thunderbirds. And that is going to be a service fault on a side out. And it's a 1-point game again, 15-14. It's Ashlyn Grimm serving for the Eagles in a close game here in the third set. Syvertson, Tesson, Fuse. That was blocked. And Grimm, and that was Much, and Syvertson spikes it right into the net. And we are all even at 15 here in the third set. Grimm, there's Tesson, Much. That's going to be long out of bounds, and Auburndale, after trailing by as many as 5, has jumped on top, 16-15. Here's Ashlyn Grimm. Here's Behrens. Much. Behrens spikes it, and that's long. And it is 17-15 in favor of Auburndale. There's Grimm, Behrens, Tesson, a set over the net. There's Baltus and Sydney Wolf, and a nice spike from Wolf out of the reach of Syvertson. And it is going to be a timeout for Iola as they have been outplayed so far here in this third set. 18-15, you're watching high school volleyball on Zaleski Sports. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Little Sprouts is now open in Rudolph with the same great child care you know about in Auburndale. Here's Brooke Sievers to tell us about it.
The community here in Rudolph has been extremely welcoming, and we're excited to serve here just like we do up in Auburndale. Part of the process is to help out the school districts and to help the children stay, their 4K children to stay close and get services right here. We serve here in Rudolph 1-year-olds up until 12-year-olds, and up in Auburndale we serve 6 weeks old until 12-year-olds.
Our Auburndale pea pods, wiggle worms, busy bees, and fireflies welcome the Rudolph sweet potatoes, lovely ladybugs, and beautiful butterflies. Contact Little Sprouts Learning Garden on Facebook today.
Welcome back. 18-15 Auburndale here in the third set. Should clarify what I was trying to say. I meant to say that Auburndale has been on a very nice run lately. Iola was leading for most of the set, actually. Ashlyn Grimm, Tesson, Much. Grimm bumps it back up to Baltus. And there's Krings, and she bumps it over the net. As Behrens bumps it up to Tesson. And there is Fuse, and that's going to be hit out of bounds. And a point for Auburndale. It is 19-15 in favor of the Eagles. Jalen Syvertson, the senior, trying to gather her teammates. Ashlyn Grimm, Syvertson, Tesson, Much, Baltus. There's Grimm, and there's Krings, and there's Behrens setting it up. And, wow, another point for Auburndale. The lead is now 5 for the Eagles. It is 20-15. Here's Ashlyn Grimm. And Behrens, a low dig. There's Tesson, Fuse. There's Erdl. A set from Grimm to Wolf, and Wolf could not finish it off with a spike, and a much-needed point for Iola, and it's 20-16. As Behrens comes out, Bonikowski comes in. As Madeline Much now serving. Much to Baltus. There is Erdl, and that is going to be wide. Back-to-back points for Iola. It's 20-17. Auburndale. Here's Much again. Weiler. Grimm. Erdl, and she's blocked by Bonikowski. And it's 20-18. And now Auburndale is going to take a timeout, and we'll be right back. You're watching high school volleyball on Zaleski Sports.
R&R Flooring in Spencer is your place for the best in innovation and lowest pricing for your flooring project. New or remodel, tile, carpet, hardwood, ceramic, cork, you name it, R&R Flooring is ready for you today. R&R Flooring supports area programs like the broadcast you're watching and also supports area suppliers so you get great quality and pricing that fits your budget. Go to R&R Flooring today to see their showroom of flooring, furniture, mattresses, and custom-built showers. R&R Flooring in Spencer.
Welcome back, everybody. 20-18. The Iola Thunderbirds have had a little bit of a rally. Just want to tell you about Whitetail Properties. If you're looking for hunting or a recreational property, just call Brian Rush with Whitetail Properties. That's 715-213-4468. Again, 715-213-4468. As Erdl is blocked by Bonikowski, there's Sivitson, and that is into the net. Fuse tried to clean it up, and she could not. Deer hunting season is right down the corner, so please check out Whitetail Properties. 21-18 Auburndale as Josephine Erdl now serving for the Eagles. And there's Sivitson bumping it up to Tessin. Bonikowski, a soft little spike, and wow, nice save. And wow, Weiler was able to get that over the net, and Bonikowski could just not handle it. A good attempt from Ellie Charles with a diving attempt. 22-18. Erdl now serving again. Fuse, Tessin, Bonikowski, diving dig from Fuse, Grimm, Krings, and Sivitson. And a nice play from Wolf. I believe that was Wolf and Krings kind of combining on that hit. And it's 23-18 Auburndale. Sivitson. Tessin with a bump up to Ellie Charles. There's Grimm setting it up and a bump from Baltus, and there's Weiler hitting it over the net with a spike. Fuse is spiked, and she's blocked by, again, that was Wolf and Krings combining on that. And it is a game point here for the Auburndale Eagles, 24-18. What a nice run Auburndale has been on at the end of this set. Erdl serving again. Erdl, Fuse, Tessin, and Fuse has got to get this over the net, and she can't. And Auburndale takes set 3, and they lead it 2-1. And we're going to take a quick break, and we'll bring you the 4th set right after this. You're watching high school volleyball on Zaleski Sports.
At the Granite Shop, we take great pride in what we do. We offer high-quality natural stone granite as well as a huge selection of man-made stone. With full slabs as well as a variety of partial remnants, you'll have no problem finding the stone that was meant for you. Our high-end, high-quality granite, quartz, and marble is perfect for any kitchen, bathroom, or remodel need. We are locally owned and operated on County Road C near Stratford. We service all of Wisconsin.
We know how a bank should be at Partners Bank. Banking should be easier. Treating our customers as valued and important. Services should be better with online and mobile banking and locations close to where you live and work. Loans should be quicker, and we make all decisions locally with years of experience helping people with their financing needs. Partners Bank, member FDIC, and an equal housing lender.
Partners Bank, better together.
Nasonville Dairy, family owned and operated. bringing you fresh cheese curds made daily, along with many other varieties of Wisconsin-made cheeses and treats. Don't forget to check out our cheese and sausage trays for your upcoming parties and cheese and sausage gift packages for the holiday season or any other special occasion. Nasonville Dairy, located just southwest of Marshfield on US Highway 10, NasonvilleDairy.com.
And we're back as we're getting ready to start the fourth set with Auburndale leading 2-1 here in Iola. Iola took the first set. Auburndale's responded with 2 straight sets and are 1 set away from victory. I want to tell you about Spectrum Benefit. Spectrum Benefit Solutions with offices located throughout central Wisconsin. Spectrum Benefit Solutions is your group benefits provider for health, dental, accident, and life insurance. Spectrum Benefit Solutions works with hundreds of clients of all sizes to help you attract and retain the best employees. Find Spectrum Benefit Solutions on Facebook to get started. Can never have too much insurance. No matter how much of a boring topic it may seem, it is important. We've seen some very good play by both teams tonight. Iola has had some moments of great play. Auburndale has had some great moments of great play as well. Jalen Sivertson of Iola has played great tonight with some great spikes. Ashlyn Grimm has kind of been all over the place, though, for Auburndale. There's really never been a play on that side of the court without Ashlyn Grimm being involved. I keep wanting to call her, there's Jalen and Ashlyn, and I somehow get those confused. I don't know why, because they're really not that closely corresponding with each other. As Malia Tesson is serving. Or, I'm not sure what's going on right now. Like Barons was going to come in, Bonikowski was going to come out, but no. Bonikowski and Baltus comes in for Krings as a substitution for Auburndale right before the start of the fourth set. And it looks like the ref is looking at and now Barons comes in for Bonikowski. A little bit of a chaotic switch there as we are about ready to start as Malia Tesson will serve for the Thunderbirds. And off we go in the fourth set, and that is a service fault and a side out immediately, and it's 1-0 Auburndale to start the fourth set. Nagy Baltus, Barons, and there, wow, nice play by Josephine Ertl. She was right there waiting for that ball and just spiked it over the net. It's 2-0 Eagles to start the fourth set. Nagy Baltus. There's Barons again. Tesson. Sivertson, and there's Grimm. And wow, Much cleans that up. Much back to Much. She spikes it, and that is out of the reach of Kimberly Lundgren. A good effort from Lundgren on a dive. As Iola gets on the board, it is 2-1. Zoe Wenserski comes out, and Madeline Fuse comes in. Here's Sivertson. Just over the net. And Madeline Much able to hit that over. A good attempt from Grace Krings, and that was out of the reach of Maggie Baltus. And it is 2-2. Jalen Sivertson. Weiler. There's Ertl. Tesson. Fuse. The spike, and that, nice play by Baltus. And that's Krings. Tesson setting it up to Much, and that went into the net. Or it was not enough hits. Either way, whatever happened, it is a point for Auburndale, and it's 3-2 Eagles. I thought that ball was blocked, but apparently must have just hit the net, and must have been no contact. Guys? As here is Grimm, Barons, Tesson setting it up to Much. There's Wolf. Back to Ertl, and a good spike again. There's Grimm, Baltus, Sivitson, Tessin, Much, and she spikes it right into the net. Much kind of had an awkward angle on that. I kind of switched directions on her. And it's 4-2. Auburndale leading Iola early here in the fourth set. And Sivitson and Fuse, Baltus, Grimm, Krings, and that, I don't know if that was long or that was in. That was where Auburndale's arguing that it was tipped. And they are going to give the point to Iola-Scandinavia. As Madeline Much serving. There's Baltus, Grimm, Ertl, Tessin, and Much. Back to Fuse. Ertl, Grimm, Krings, Grimm, Fuse. Oh, man, that's going to do it. Yep. That's going to be a point for Iola, and we're even at 4. It would have been a miracle if they had gone that over. It hit one player, which just count as a hit. Madeline Much serving. And that hit the net before Baltus could get to it. And it's 5-4 Iola as the Thunderbirds get their first lead. Weiler, Grimm, Ertl, she's blocked, and that's going to be a point for Iola. 6-4. Thunderbirds. Much serving again. Weiler bumps it up, and some miscommunication. Baltus and Wolf let that one fall, and that is going to bring upon a timeout from Auburndale. And we'll take a quick timeout as well. You're watching volleyball on Zaleski Sports.
Scotty's Pizza and Chicken of Marshfield has been voted best pizza in Marshfield 12 years in a row. With popular choices like broccoli, bacon, cheese, drunken chicken, or any of the 25 specialty pizzas, Scotty's is ready to earn your vote now at 715-384-8118. Choose Scotty's for pizza, chicken, subs, sandwiches, and more. Carry out, dine-in, and delivery. Scotty's Pizza and Chicken, 715-384-8118.
And we're back here in Iola with the Thunderbirds leading 7-4 early here in the fourth set. And as we get ready to start with Madeline Much continuing to serve, she's been on a nice run with serves here, and Much ready. And Weiler, Baltus, and there's Ertl. She's going to have to get that over the net, and she does. Sivitson, she probably could have let that ball go. Bonikowski, and that is going to be out of bounds. Bonikowski put a little too much on that one, and it's 7-5. As Behrens comes in now for Madeline Much, as Josephine Ertl will now serve for the Eagles. And Fuse, and wow, miscommunication between Sivitson and Brooklyn Behrens. And it's 7-6. Josephine Ertl, I apologize, not a plural. As there's Tessin, Bonikowski, and there's Grimm. Baltus with a bump to Wolf, and she's blocked. Baltus. Grimm's got to get it over the net, and she does. There's Behrens with a bump up to Tessin, and a spike from Charles. There's Ertl with a spike. Fuse with a bump up to Tessin, and Tessin able to actually set it over the net. And that is going to be a point for Auburndale. I believe it was an illegal hit. We have a substitution. Munoz comes in. Charles comes out. 8-6 Iola leading Auburndale here early in the fourth set. Munoz, line drive serve. Ertl and Bonikowski. Wow! That nice one-handed soft spike from from Mackenzie Bonikowski. And it is 9-6 in favor of the Thunderbirds. As Munoz serving again. Weiler up to Grimm. There's Krings, and she spikes it right into the net. 10-6, Iola. Here is Munoz. Loud. There is Wolf, and yeah, they're going to give a point. I was about to say, yeah. Iola's coach was demanding that they call that, and she was right on it. Munoz, and that is going to sail out of bounds. So Auburndale picks up a point, 11-7 in favor of the Thunderbirds, as that will bring up Grace Krings now serving for Auburndale. Krings, Fuse, will bump that over the net, and I don't know if Weiler got a hand on that. Either way, it is a point for Auburndale. I don't know if that was bumped into the net or if there's Krings. Behrens. Syvertson. And a nice play by Behrens. Actually almost hit Bonikowski in the face. Munoz. And a spike from Bonikowski, and it was tipped to the line. It does not matter. It lands where there are no Eagles. 13-8. As Krings comes out and Baltus comes back in for Auburndale, and Wanserski for Iola comes in, and Fuse comes out. As they have to get over the net, and there's Baltus. Tessin, Bonikowski, another spike! 13-8, Iola. Bonikowski has had some good plays so far this fourth set, and she is one of the core reasons why Iola is in front right now. Zoe Wanserski serving for Iola, and a line drive right into the net. Service fault and a side out, and it's 13-9. As Kimberly Lundgren serving. Here's Lillian Fuse. Tessin, Bonikowski, and that's going to be long and out of bounds. Or no, they give it to Bonikowski. Was maybe looking to see if that ball was tipped, but it does go out of bounds. No contact. 13-10. Iola leading Auburndale here in the fourth set. This was kind of the score right about when Auburndale kind of took off in that last set. Here's Behrens. And Tessin sets it up for Syvertson. Baltus. Wow, Lundgren, I think, just kind of misjudged that one. And that is going to be a timeout for Auburndale. And it is 14-10 Iola. We'll take a quick break as well. High school volleyball on Zaleski Sports.
At Express Employment Professionals, we place people from all walks of life in all kinds of jobs.
Hi, welcome to Express. Please sign in and have a seat.
Great, thanks. Great, thanks. Great, thanks. Great, thanks.
And we are back. 14-10 Iola leading Auburndale here in the fourth set. Just want to take 1 second to talk about Ag Country. Ag Country Farm Credit Service is a farmer-owned co-op with a wide array of custom financing and financial services, from loans and leases to crop insurance and tax and records. They have you covered. Contact Ag Country in Stevens Point to get started. Here's Baltus with a bump up to Grimm. And there's Specht with a spike. Low dig from Fuse, and it is going to fall short of the net. And it is 14-11 in favor of the Thunderbirds, as Brianna Weiler serving for Auburndale. with the Eagles down by 3. Weiler, Fuse, Tesson, and there is much. Grimm, and wow, Grimm just finding the spot where Iola, and we've seen a lot of that tonight, just finding spots where there are no players and taking advantage of some shifts and some gaps, and that's what both teams have done tonight. Here's Tesson, Much, Weiler, Grimm, Specht, and they made contact, and yeah, it is going to be a point for Auburndale, and it's 14-13. So a 3-0 run for the Eagles. And there's Weiler, Grimm, Ertl, Fuse, Syvertson, and Much tried to, but it was blocked, and Syvertson made a diving attempt. She could not get it. And it is a tie game, 14-14, here in the fourth set. Here's Natalie Weiler, Brianna Weiler, Behrens, Tesson, and that was a battle between Tesson and Ertl won that battle, and Auburndale has taken the lead at 15-14. A 5-0 run for the Eagles out of that timeout. And Behrens hits that one out of bounds. It's 16-14. Whatever Coach Schmutzer said to her team, they got the message, and they have looked like a completely different team out of that timeout. Weiler. There's Fuse, Tesson, Syvertson, and that is a big point and a big momentum boost for Iola, and it's a 1-point game again at 16-15. As Malia Tesson serving. There's Weiler, Grimm, Ertl, and that is going to be long. And we are all even at 16 here in the fourth set. As Tesson with the serve. There's Weiler, Grimm with a soft set. There's Lundgren, Grimm, Specht, and Fuse. Then that was into the net. And that's going to drop. Wow. Auburndale wins that battle, and they're back up by 1, 17-16 Eagles. Here is Syvertson. And that's going to be out of bounds. Behrens tried to sneak that one inside the line, but Auburndale lets it go out, and it's 18-16. Syvertson, I apologize again. Baltus. There's Behrens. Much. Back to Baltus. She bumps it up to Grimm. Krings, and she's blocked by Syvertson. And it's 18-17 as Iola and Syvertson will now serve for the Thunderbirds. Syvertson. Grimm. Weiler. Behrens with a low dig, and that's off the net, and it would have been too many hits anyway. And it is a 19-17 lead for Auburndale, and it is going to be a timeout again for Iola as Auburndale leading by 2, and we'll take a quick timeout. You're watching high school volleyball on Zaleski Sports.
For over 50 years, the Dental Clinic of Marshfield has served the area with the talent and expertise of big city dentistry with a hometown feel. With our multi-specialty staff and board-certified periodontist, orthodontist, and pediatric dentist, Dental Clinic of Marshfield has solutions for our patients of all ages from 1 to 100. We take pride in being in-network with an array of insurance companies to meet the needs of our community and our patients. No matter what your dental need, the Dental Clinic of Marshfield will be there for you.
If you lose direction, you can grab my hand. I'll be the one behind you to say no. One-man band. Just follow your dreams and keep your promise.
We're all different, but we all want great health insurance. See why we're rated #1 in service, coverage, and affordability in central Wisconsin.
And we're back. 1917 Auburndale here in the fourth set. And there's Behrens. Tesson sets it up for Fuse, and there's Grimm. She bumps it. Baltus, and a spike from Ertl, and she's blocked. They got to get it over the net, and there's Weiler. Syvertson, Tesson, and wow, somehow Malia Tesson was able to get that over the net, and it's back to a one-point game, 19-18 in favor of Auburndale, but a big point there for Iola-Scandinavia. There's Much. And Krings. There's Fuse. And a set over the net. Ertl. Grimm. Back to Ertl with a spike. And that is a big spike from Josephine Ertl. 2018. Auburndale. As Ertl will now serve, who just made that great spike. Ertl. And that's going to fall short. That doesn't go over the net. I believe that was Behrens who made that hit. And Iola just kind of waited. 21-18, Auburndale. And Syvertson falls down. And it is 22-18, and we're going to have a substitution, it looks like, as Wansurski will come in for Lillian Fuse with time running out for Iola in this match here against Auburndale. And that's off Wansurski. It's 23-18. And it is going to be a timeout for Iola. And we'll take a quick timeout. We'll be back. High school volleyball on Zaleski Sports.
I really got to understand what what a nurse is. Do they focus on you? You know, do they make sure that you're comfortable? And you know, that's what Shai has. It's the connection that he has. You know, my best interest in mind always.
Why wait another day? Let's take the next step together towards a better life.
We're back. 23-18 Auburndale. Here's Ertl. Syvertson. Bonikowski, soft set. There's Baltus. Back to Weiler, and it is match point for Auburndale here in Iola. They are 1 point away from a victory here on the road. Here's Ertl. Ertl. Wansurski, and that is going to do it. Auburndale wins it 3-1. They win it 25-18 in the fourth set as they take down the Thunderbirds here in Iola 25-18. Just want to tell you, stay tuned for the Nasonville Dairy post-game show. That'll be coming up next. Nasonville Dairy with fresh cheese curds made daily. Get your cheese curds at Nasonville Dairy in Marshfield, Curtis, or at nasonvilledairy.com. We are going to take a quick commercial break, and we'll be back with you for the post-game show right after this. You're watching high school volleyball on Zaleski Sports as Auburndale takes down Iola 3-1.
Nasonville Dairy, family owned and operated, bringing you fresh cheese curds made daily, along with many other varieties of Wisconsin-made cheeses and treats. Don't forget to check out our cheese and sausage trays for your upcoming parties and cheese and sausage gift packages for the holiday season or any other special occasion. Nasonville Dairy, located just southwest of Marshfield on U.S. Highway 10, nasonvilledairy.com. All right, so we're here with Kim Hyman. Kim, Nasonville Dairy, 125 years in the making. Tell us about that.
You know, it's fantastic. It was the first plant built in Wood County back in 1885. Sal Nason and his family came here, and they started a small dairy plant. Eventually that plant burnt down, but then they rebuilt onto this same facility, and our family moved here in the late 60s in 1968 and took it over from there, and it's been just a fantastic growth. Great community, great people we have working for us. Oh, it's an open market. It's huge. You know, the opportunity for the diversity in the cheese industry is fantastic, and you have to be that way in order to sell a lot of product. And so we've got a great group of people working on the research and development side for us. So it's been really fortunate for us. Oh, right. We have 185 farm families that market their milk through us here at Nasonville Dairy. And we are so lucky we have like the best dairy farms in not only in central Wisconsin, but in the United States, marketing milk through us. So we're just really fortunate on that side.
Actually, we started in 1968. Our father brought us here from another cheese plant in Wisconsin. We had come from the cheese business. We've always been in the business. We had moved around the state in different parts. He brought us here about that time. The plant ran 7,500 pounds of milk at that time, and now runs about 1.5 million a day. So. We originally started out with making cheddar, and now we make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmers Cheese, Pizza Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Friar, Seco, Parma, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Cafflettieri, Cafla Graviera, as well as making some Gouda Edam and a little bit of Munster on occasion.
What was your immediate reaction after you saw that? What? We're back. Welcome back. We're going to be having Auburndale's coach and some of the players come up for an interview, or maybe just the players. I don't know if the coach is coming up or not. I don't believe she's coming up. All right. All right. I'm going to say your names. If I say your names wrong, just correct me. So I have Grace Krings, Ashlyn Grimm, Josephine Ertl, and Brianna Weiler. Okay. All right, so you guys, after you dropped the first set, the way you guys played just really changed. You guys just took advantage and pretty much just put the hammer down. So what was your coach's message, and what did you guys say after you dropped that first set?
I think just staying positive. Like, if we keep our heads up, we can do anything. We can compete with anyone. We really worked on our defense, finding the hitter, so I think that's what got us back into it.
Yeah, I mean, you guys looked really impressive in the last three sets. Definitely could seem like you guys had a really good team effort going. But one thing I got to ask Ashlyn is about the foot save. What was your reaction? What was all your reaction after the foot save? Because I actually I don't know a lot about volleyball. I didn't actually know that was even legal. So I guess what was your reaction after that?
I was like, okay, it's going over, but it's coming back. So kind of just reaction. I was like, whatever to get it over. So.
Yeah, I don't really have much else for you guys. Great win tonight, and good luck for the rest of the season. All I just ask is that you guys can say all your names into the microphone, even though I already said, and then just all of you in synchronize, just say we're in the house. You guys can almost just say that we are. Yeah, that works too.
You guys want that? But I'll count you in. So we are Auburndale Volleyball. We're in the house.
Okay.
We are Auburndale Volleyball, and we're in the house.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
That was the Auburndale volleyball team after their win against Iola here in Iola. And with that, we are about to head out. I'm Jack Weber. My producer was Trevor Zaleski. We thank you for tuning in for WIAA Volleyball Action, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for tuning in, everybody, and have a great night.